going on? Yeah, streaming. I can't see myself. Does this think I'm broadcasting? This seems to think I'm broadcasting. And here we are. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa. Sorry about that. We seem to be having some issues with the stream, but we do appear to be. I appear to be live, but with somewhere in the region of a 30-second delay. So that's going to be awkward. We find ourselves once again FS19 on Ungetsheim, starting from scratch with seasons. And when last we left off, about 2 weeks ago, we were cutting potatoes. So let's go find the field with the potatoes in it. And get back to that. Try not to hit the oncoming traffic. Yeah. Somewhere down here. Where am I going? Okay. Did I take a wrong turning somewhere? Yeah, we're down in 98, so I should have gone somewhere else. Okay, I'll drive through a neighbour's corn, because that's fun. Wrap ourselves around a tree, because that too is fun. Oh, come on, what is wrong with... Watch now. There we go. That's more like it, and I can see chat. Assuming chat hasn't said anything yet. Nope, they haven't. Okay. Well, to hell with finesse. We'll drive through that part of the fields too. Okay, so a couple of days ago there was a new release of this map. I am not updating it at this time because it kind of says things like he's reworked the farmyards and things like that, and that could make a real mess of the game save we've got going on. So for right now, we are going to stick with the old version of Ungetsheim. I'm going to play out the series on this version of the map, and then maybe after we've finished this playthrough, I will do a bonus episode, and we'll do a look at the new version of the map. Okay, well, it's impossible to tell if the thing on the front is up or down. So it appears to be up, so that should work, and I may do this from the cab. So currently foster daughter is off on a dancing lesson this week, which is in person as opposed to last week, which was Zoom lesson, which is why I didn't stream last week, because there's music and dancing in the background which wouldn't go too well with a stream. So I skipped that last week. I actually started playing a personal game on Lawfolds, which is going to be kind of interesting because I selected to play pigs on the pig farm, and I can't grow corn and I can't grow soybeans because of the seasons geo that I'm using. Among the usual, can't grow sugar cane or cotton, which is a standard thing on most European maps. or most European geos. So good evening, long hauler. Welcome to the stream and welcome to Thursday. Why have I stopped? Because we're full. Okay then. That would explain a lot. Let's go get in the truck and unload this thing. So, plans for tonight's stream is to play as long as we can. Obviously, it's late in the day because we had to stop 2 weeks ago prematurely because everybody got back from dance class. So typically I am staying. Oops, let's take the engine off the truck because we don't need that. On Lawfolds I am using the Scottish geo. So hence the restrictions. Now I knew, when we played Lawfolds in Farm Sim 17, I did suggest that corn is pretty much unheard of as a growth in Scotland. And back when we started streaming that, I had Googled Scottish agriculture and discovered that there are approximately 2 farms trialling out maize as a crop up there. But they're only growing it for animal feed, it's not for human consumption. And so that was the justification for putting corn in Lawfolds on Farm Sim 17 playthrough. But for my current one, because I've picked a geo where corn's not allowed and soybeans aren't allowed, we can grow sunflowers though. That's kind of going to be restrictive for my particular playthrough. Especially trying to feed pigs with no corn and no soybeans. But that's not a problem. I've elected to feed them on pig food and concentrate on the arable sale. So that's not too bad. The other restrictions on that particular geo is you can't plant during early spring, and your winter crops have to be planted in early fall and mid-fall. So that's going to cause some interesting problems where I may have to leave fields fallow for a year, especially if I try a crop like sunflowers, because sunflowers is a late spring, early summer plant, and you're not going to be harvesting that until late fall, and then you can't plant anything until the following spring. So that's a problem, I think. But I'll find out as I play it. At the moment I'm on day 2 because all the fields need ploughed, and that's the only thing I've got available to me. And I need, I've got 3, I'm playing 9-day season, so I've got 3 days, and all I can do is plough fields, cultivate fields, put manure down on fields, and very little else. But it'll be an interesting playthrough, and I'm not playing it very much. It's sort of a fill-in when I haven't got anything else to do and I can't stream. And we are about to stop again. Doink. Oh, that's not a problem. Stream startup was a little bit problematic for me. Seem to be having problems with internet on the work computer, which is what I use to monitor Twitch. So I may have to reboot the network later on this evening. Turn the engine off, jump back into the harvester, no, don't need to raise that, I need to turn the thing on. So yeah, as usual I'm using the harvest stop mod, which When the piece of equipment gets full, or the harvester gets full, it will stop. The thing from moving. With harvesters, it raises the header and stops it rotating and everything else. With this thing, it just stops it. Now, fortunately, at the moment, we are getting full as going this direction, so we don't have to drive in the crop with the tractor, the truck. Oh, I have not had a good stroganoff for quite some time. Although there's subtle differences with some foods. I know in America it tends to come with noodles, and over in the UK we tend to eat stroganoff with rice. And since my wife doesn't like mushrooms, we tend not to have mushrooms in our stroganoff, although that's usually a thing in the UK. The other common difference is, chilies. Chili we have as sort of a drier food over rice, whereas America it's a soup. So I usually don't enter chili cook-offs because I cook mine very dry, whereas Americans are expecting their chilies to be soupy. But yeah, stroganoff's good. I think tonight we are having pigs in a blanket cooked by the teenager, so that'll be interesting. Oh, yeah, my wife might be accepting of homemade cream of mushroom soup because she likes eating mushrooms that she's picked. She doesn't like eating mushrooms from the store. Personally, I can't really tell much of a difference, but that's a thing for her. So let's back that off a bit. Where the truck is, maybe I should look. That's kind of heavy. Oh, that wasn't. So I think in general this harvest is not bad. It's definitely better than the truck haul or the tractor hauled harvester. I still hate potatoes. Well, no, I like potatoes. Potatoes are tasty, but harvesting potatoes is not fun with the equipment we have in farms. Now, is it more owls or more L's? The L. The reason I ask is because we live close to a street called Morell Street, and so my wife has told me that it's a breed of mushrooms, so that's fair enough. We're going to harvest all these little bits. And they're not worth much, but over time, you know, you can can certainly pick up a lot of extra. Oh, I see what that is, yeah. Because on this harvester, they have the topper is the front half of it, or the front part of it. So you can top it in front of the front wheel leading wheel, but you don't harvest until the back, you know, the wheel's past what you're harvesting. So the harvester will stop with a small strip of ground that's been topped. When it gets full. Okay, here we go. I should probably turn the lights on because it's kind of getting dark here. Is that it? Yep. Okay, that's different. So we've got a side light for the unload and main lights at the front and absolutely nothing at the back. Shows how often I drive one of these on Farm Sim. Yes, I did. Have you tried it out yet, or is it now going to sit in the shed until spring? Okay, so the problem here is now if I go back down, we're going to be half full, or we're going to be full, and our light's going to be on the wrong side. What I'll do here, keep going. Okay, now I can back up. Get some more of these bits too. Then I'll bring the truck up and unload again. No. Oh. So how's that going to work? You're basically mowing the corn and then baling it. Ooh. Okay, so that's a bit of extra work before you can get it running. For this particular harvest, I'm going to go down and back up again. See if we can fill the truck up. If we can get the truck full, then we'll be good for getting back to the yard and sleeping. Mowing the corn stalks after the combine harvests the fields. Oh, okay, yeah. necessarily used as bedding material. Yeah, because it's effectively a corn straw, if you like. For want of a better term for it. But yeah, it's well, there is a tail light. It's just a long way back. So we're getting to, I don't know, not really close to, well, we kind of are close to halfway cutting this, so at least we've got as long tomorrow to get things done. But this is mid-fall, and I believe I'm running 9-day seasons, so I've only got tomorrow to get fall things done before we have to wait till spring. Because this geo also has a fair amount of restrictions on it. Oh, here we go. How's that? 3.5. So this will not fill the truck up. This geo we can only plant tomorrow. So this is kind of like the Scottish one I'm playing, where yeah, this is the last day I can plant fall or winter crops, except with the Scottish geo I think harvest starts later as well, so you know, mid-fall is when I can plant and harvest, and then you're done. Anything harvested after that point you have to wait until the new year. This one, oilseed radish, is done there. I think oilseed radish I can run a bit longer on the Scottish geo. But yeah, no sugar cane, no cotton. Anyway, how are we done? We are 45,001. Okay. See if we can get 3,000 before the end of the strip. So I think that trailer's a 48. I do not have a GoPro. I have a cell phone. We have an older camcorder. I've got no idea what the resolution on that is, but it could probably do with some updating. And then I have a nice SLR, digital SLR, which I rarely get out and do anything with. We used to take it on vacations. It's only got smaller memory cards for it, so and it's not capable of running the newer big memory cards, which is why we always went on vacation with a laptop, because we could then go out, use the camcorder, use the SLR, take photos and videos, then we get back to the hotel and download them all onto the laptop, clear off the memory cards and repeat the next day. Sure, yeah, can take some baling footage. Or you could set up a YouTube channel and become a YouTuber like Millennial Farmer. Just finished watching his video. He's got a lot of snow going on at the moment, so don't know what's going to happen with his corn harvest this year. I think at the moment he's trying to make room for corn in his silos. Kind of funny seeing what's out there, because obviously, I mean, I watch Tom Pemberton, I used to watch Ollie's Farm, but Ollie's not posting videos lately that I've seen. Millennial Farmer, I watched This Farm Wife. They finished assembling their big silo this week, because they need that so they can store their soybeans, and their soybeans are still out in the field, and now it started raining on them, so that's not a good thing. Okay, that's us done with that. Turn that off. Oops. Turn the lights off. Jump over to the truck. And but it seems a lot of others are sort of early 20-something girls that are kind of cute and drive around in big farm machinery. And that's the draw of their channels. So not many of those are particularly educational. And part of the reason I watch farm videos is to get an idea of, you know, basically how it all works. How am I doing? Well, I missed the ramp, so that's good. Fill us up, turn the work light off, and we'll take this back to somewhere. This is going to be some interesting driving. I think I want to check the bigger map. You can drive across 74. Yeah, drive across 74. No. Definitely easier to turn left here and then turn right and follow the dog leg. Okay then. See how that works out. Oh, I can't drive across 74 anyway, there's a fence in the way. So yeah, I think it'll be kind of interesting to see what the map maker's done with this map to improve it. It's reading the words on the map. He's added animal placeables and a bunch of farms around the town. So I think the only decent yard is the one we have, which I think had the chickens placed, so I figured, yeah, I'll do chickens. And has the shed and a couple of, or the shed with the doors, and then a couple of open sheds as well. Seem to slow down, but there's lots of, you know, stuff at the side of the roads, silage bunkers and stuff like that, which don't work. And so I'm wondering whether the new version of this map actually gives us bunkers that do, you know, you can use. I mean, you may have to buy the land they're on. Are we unloading? I can't tell. Of course I can't tell because we're not getting paid for this at the moment. Okay, that's all done. We'll drive it back to the yard. We'll go to sleep. Oops. I think this might be the entrance to my yard. Oh yeah. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. Goodness me. Okay. How about we go through the front door instead? Or not. There we are. Okay. Please don't get in my way, thank you. And front entrance is here. All our chickens. Swing that around so that it's pointing that way. Okay. Lights off. Engine off. Jump out. Can't see a darn thing. Come on. Yay. Okay, there's the deck chairs. It is 8 o'clock at night. We will sleep until 7 in the morning, so 11 hours. See how that works out. Property maintenance $9 and rain. And this is why we're doing the what is it? The potato harvest, because every day until the harvest period is over, it's expected to rain. And I'm also not expecting the fields to be dry enough to do a standard harvest. So there's something like about 90 fields out there that are going to need to be harvested, and there ain't no way we're going to be able to do it. Driving in the dark by the map, because you can't see a thing. Okay, somewhere around where that car is. Somewhere here. There it is. Now that might be an early turn. No. This has a dog leg on it, and there's the fence. So, okay, we took the right turn. I wasn't absolutely certain about that. And horse there, and here's the lane. Field with wisps of potato on it, and weeds, because weeds grow very, very fast. Yeah, that's a long way. Let's try and position that. Surprisingly close enough. Okay. That's off. Engine off.